welcome back to another episode of Life with Z. Today we are putting up the Christmas tree in my office and I'm so excited. As you know, my office is all decked out in pink and light blue, but my favorite color is a dusty rose, and I have all the decorations for a gold and dusty rose themed tree. So we're going to give my office a good clean, take down the last few fall and Thanksgiving pieces, and then get out all of my Christmas decorations and get decorating. I have so many Christmas decorations, as you saw in my last video, so we're gonna break up our decorating into a few parts. Today will be part one, and I'm really looking forward to spending the time with you, so let's get started. All right, so I know I already showed you guys all my decorations, but I didn't show you this tree that I have. There's actually a nice story behind this tree. So this was actually my parents' first Christmas tree when they first got married, and I've kept it kind of as a keepsake, and I always like to put it up as a secondary tree. So we'll need to assemble that. It has the post and then all the individual branches. And the base right here, we have a couple sparkly little picks here that I like to add in, tree skirt, all the lights, and beaded garland. And then over here, I have some of the extra decor that I brought down, those pastel houses, love those, my pink trees. I think I'll add the snow globes in here, and then these gumdrop trees that I absolutely love. I found these at Michael's this year. They're actually candles, but we won't be burning them, just going to put them on display. I love how they have this little glitter on them that makes them look like sugared gumdrops. So cute. Love those. And then down here, a tote of all my gold ornaments. So then in my office, plan is to put the tree right here. So I'm going to move this bench to be in front of my desk. There's a couple other pink trees I'm excited to decorate with. So the tree will be right here front and center, and then maybe we can add a couple decorations on the shelves over there. And then over here, I have these 3 shelves, and there's a couple pumpkins and just different things. These shelves are due for a good declutter. So we'll go through what we have on display, wipe them down, and put some of the Christmas decor out there as well. All right, you guys, we are jumping right in, tackling these shelves, and by this point, I'm sure you've noticed I have quite a few candy-themed items in my office, and I'm not sure if I've shared with you before, but my day job is actually in the candy industry, and it's a huge passion of mine, so I like to have different candy-inspired pieces in my office just to kind of remind me about my passion and how much I love the work that I do. So those will be a staple that we'll be decorating with and around. But first, we can go ahead and wipe down all the shelves, give them a good dusting, and then we'll pack up any of the fall pieces before we bring out the Christmas and start styling. I love these shelves so much. I actually ordered these from Wayfair. I really wanted to go for kind of that built-in study library look in my office, but a little more girly, a little more styled. So I picked these shelves up about a year ago, and I absolutely love styling them, making them personal to my own interests, and it just makes the space feel really cozy. So this is my first time decorating them for Christmas, and I'm really excited to see how they turn out. For me, when it comes to decorating, I like to try different pieces in different spots just to see how they look. I don't just set an item somewhere and leave it, so it's constantly moving, constantly changing as I pull out a different piece, seeing what fits where, and to me, that's really the fun part of it. So you'll see me moving things quite a few different times, trying different areas, different angles, and ultimately we find the best fit that I truly love. I also am not consistent every year. I like to try different locations, different styles, mixing different pieces. It really is what makes decorating so much fun. So I'm curious, how are you? How do you decorate? Do you like to use the same pieces in the same spots every year, or do you like to mix it up? Let me know in the comments below. I have quite a few candy ornaments and garlands, and I thought since my office is candy themed, it would be fun to display them in a couple candy jars, kind of as a fun Christmassy candy themed decoration, and I really love how they turned out. So we'll get those styled before we pack up all the extra pieces to put into storage and continue on our Christmas decorating. If you're wondering what that stack of pancakes on my desk is, that's actually a candle that I picked up from Urban Outfitters, and that's the gift that I'm taking to my office for our Christmas party. We're doing white elephant, and I'm excited to see which one of my coworkers will take that home. It's really cute, and I thought it would be a fun, quirky gift to bring for my white elephant. All right, you guys, it's happening. We are using the gold garland that I mentioned in my last video. I was determined to figure out a way to use this, and I decided adding it to the shelves in my office would be the perfect touch. So I added a couple command hooks, and after a little bit of fiddling, I figured out how to display this garland in just the perfect way. And then, of course, what does any Christmas decoration need? Some twinkle lights to take it to the next level. So I'm wrapping some of my twinkle lights that are on a copper wire around the garland, and we'll set those up on a 6-hour timer so they can add a little warm twinkle to my office. And I absolutely love how they turned out. We'll add some batteries to my glass snow globes, and then I'll give you a tour of the styled shelves. I'm so happy with how they turned out. I will really enjoy these in my office for the upcoming holiday season. Here's the finished product of my shelves. I absolutely love how they turned out. So charming. And that little bit of extra twinkle adds such a nice, warm, cozy feel. Love it. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. Now that the shelves are styled, it's time to start setting up the tree. So we'll move the ottoman out of the way, vacuum over here in front of the window, and then we will start assembling. With this tree being nearly 40 years old, it takes quite a bit of time to assemble, and I have memories of setting this up with my parents and my mom and I getting so frustrated with how time-consuming it was. But now that it's more of a nostalgic piece and a second tree for me, I enjoy setting it up. And take a look at this paper that was in with the tree from 1985, again showing the age of this tree and how well loved it's been. We have loved this for quite a few years, and I really enjoy adding it to my Christmas decor each year. You may have noticed I had to start over because I put the wrong size branches on the bottom. Again, like I mentioned, this tree is not the most user-friendly, but the memories are worth it. I love it. So we'll get fluffing, add in each layer here, and then fluffing up the branches so they're as full as they can be. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. We'll finish getting the tree nice and fluffed up before we start to put on the lights. This is the only tree that we have now that is not pre-lit. I love our main tree that we put in the living room. It actually has all the built-in LED lights, and you can change the color setting from white lights to multicolor, put it on different timers, fading, flickering, twinkling. So that's really nice. But for this tree, since we're going retro and nostalgic, we'll get out our classic strands of white lights and string them on the tree. So like I mentioned before, while I like to change up my home decor and the different pieces I use and how I style them, with the tree itself, I'm pretty consistent. So I have the gold and pink theme for this tree and all the ornaments that I've collected. And then for our tree in the living room, I do a red and gold theme, a little more traditional with the bold colors. So by sticking to a theme, I can collect ornaments over the years and use them on the trees. And one of my favorite things are these gold beads. I use these garlands on both of our trees. I feel like they give such a classic, nostalgic look to the tree. Just reminds me of something you would see in an old picture or movie or a magazine of the picture perfect Christmas tree. So I picked these garlands up from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. They have them every year. They're super basic, just gold beaded garlands. They're kind of hard to find. They're usually with their plastic ornaments sold in a box versus hanging, but I love them. I'd highly recommend. And then we'll add in some filler ornaments. I like to start with the larger bulbs and just kind of tuck them in. That was something I learned years ago to make your tree look fuller, add dimension, and place some of the ornaments closer to the core of the tree to kind of fill in those empty spaces. Now that we have the base decor on the tree, we'll add a few more of the special ornaments to kind of fill things in. So these are pieces I've collected over the years, and to start, we'll use these sparkling stars that I picked up from At Home a few years ago. I love dainty, delicate ornaments. I feel like they add so much dimension and interest to the tree. I also have this hot air balloon. It's so precious with the pink and green coloring, so need to find the perfect spot for that on the tree as well. And then of course had to add some bows. So I have these pink velvet bows that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They're totally on trend this year with all the bow Christmas decor that's out there. So love adding those on here. And then I also have this gorgeous gemstone wreath ornament that I picked up from Michael's a couple years ago. So we'll find the perfect place for that as well. You'll notice I have a combination. I like to do sets of the same ornament throughout the tree, and then I do a few special ornaments like this Cinderella carriage where I add them just as special touches to add interest. So I do a combination, those sets to add consistency and flow, and then special pieces to add interest. Next, I have one of my favorite ornaments. We need a moment for these gorgeous crystal gemstones. I picked these up from a specialty boutique a couple years ago, and they are absolutely stunning. The way the light reflects through the gemstones, they're probably my favorite ornaments on the tree. So had to position those in just the right way so that I'd be able to see them when I'm sitting at my desk. And then we'll add these, I want to call them like a teardrop ornament. Anything that is elongated, I think adds so much beauty to the tree. That vertical dimension, that teardrop shape almost. It's really elegant hanging from the branches. So love to add those as kind of my finishing touches. I've collected quite a few ornaments like this, and something about them, I don't know, it's just like that 90s flair, something. I just love how it looks. So if you're like me and you're going for kind of that glitzy glam look, definitely try adding some of those elongated ornaments to your tree. We're on to the finishing touches, so we'll add these sparkling picks into the tree. I love the gemstones and extra sparkle these add to the tree, so we'll tuck them in, and I try to position them near wherever the light is clustered together so the light can shine through the crystals and add that much more sparkle. Next, we'll add the topper on the tree. I have this little silver snowflake, and I'll add a big pink bow as my finishing touch. In order to get the ribbon to lay just right, I like to curl it with my hands and kind of unwrap the curl and position it so that it lays nice and flat with the tree. And then we'll add the finishing touch of my snowflake Christmas tree skirt. I love this skirt for this tree with the extra glitter and sparkle. It's absolutely perfect. And then I'll give you a finishing look at how it all came together. The perfect glitzy, glam, girly tree for my office, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Here's a closer look at all the details of those beautiful ornaments that we added to the tree. It came together so well, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'll also give you a look at how the tree looks with the lights off and the warm glow of those white twinkle lights. So magical, and it's starting to really feel like Christmas around here. If the pink and gold theme isn't for you, then definitely check back next week when we decorate our main tree with that red and gold classic multicolor Christmas lights. Really looking forward to that. But for now, we can enjoy the soft pink and gold glow in my office. Alright, you guys, the office is complete and I love how it turned out. We spent over 3 hours decorating, but the tree turned out perfectly. I love all my shelves decorated, nice and festive, and I'm so happy with how it all came together. These days it gets dark so much earlier, so it's nice to have a little bit of warm, sparkling lights, a warm glow in the evenings. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. Please check back next week for part 2 of our Christmas decorating, where we'll decorate the living room with our main tree. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!